I think we're losing track of the most important thing, which is what are we going to name ourselves? My vote is for the Coalition for the Liberation of Intelligent Terrifying Organisms and their Rehabilitation into Society. The only drawback is that the abbreviation is clitoris.
Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
you.
And on Skype.
Bloodax.
All right, let's get started. Let's see. Starting off, we have, but next up, is the game that we found on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Q actually ran across this game a few years ago, called Elex. Happened to be on sale one weekend when we didn't have anything else to do, so we ended up buying it. We each ended up buying it. It was a single player game, so and then we discussed it later. But it ended up being a pretty fun game. I enjoyed it more than Q did. But Elex,
you know I'm not the biggest sci-fi guy, but it was a decent game, and for the price, it's worth the money. Absolutely worth the money.
And we mentioned the game before there was much out about it a while back, but they finally put out the final game trailer, and it's interesting.
It's another example of a game that I'm going to play at some point because I love action RPGs.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them when it's coming out. Oh my God, did they pick the wrong time to come out?
Yeah, because it's coming out in March 1st. So
remember, it's one of those.
It's right around the corner,
and it's one of those high difficulty. Because we originally got it because we were talking about Dark Souls like games, and it was described as that really high difficulty action RPG. You don't want to put out a Souls-like game right now. This is not the time to be trying to put out a Souls-like game because Elden Ring is going to friggin' donkey punch you. You know, it's high. So the timing's rough.
Yeah. And I will say, we went through this trailer, and the graphics are all over the place. Like, I've seen what looks like amazing graphics, but I also saw things that looked like it should be in, almost Oblivion or
we saw
early Skyrim.
We saw it drop down to, like, way down here graphics, and then up.
And the other thing that got me from watching the trailer was the movements of the characters. They all just seemed a little off.
I don't know. What do you mean about the strange kind of weirdly gender-neutral movements?
Well, I mean, a lot of it is just I don't know what it is really. I mean, some of it
that's
is
a running. It's the walking one that got you. Like
some of it is that the male models seem to have more feminine movement in some places, but also it's just there's also other things that's just off-putting when it comes to the movement.
I think what I think they did is to save money. I think they went gender neutral, which is why the movements are not distinctively masculine or feminine. Because he's not lying. Like we know we can't show too much action, but the walking animations are real switchy. You know what I'm saying, man? There's a lot of hip movement that was a bit unusual. That I'm almost sure that there's not a difference. What I'm guessing is that there's one walk animation regardless of gender.
Yeah. The other thing they did in the trailer that was really odd was instead of actually just showing the screen captures,
they seem to take pictures of.
You can see here the edge of the monitor that they're taking video from. So they actually have a camera taking images from the monitor.
Now we're not all just ramming because, like, I'm not gonna lie, the armors, like the outfits look great. The armor, show them one of the armors. There was a really good armor shot, man. Like, though that looks like it's straight out of Anthem or something. It's a little bit later. Like, there's a cyber armor. There's some really amazing armors that look incredible. But
with the jetpack,
the jetpack flight that looks like Anthem. But the face models are definitely way back to Skyrim, or Fallout 4. Like, the faces are not the best, but the gear looks good. There's a shotgun with a bayonet on it. It's freaking sexy. They now have it where characters fight with you. Is that a drow?
I have no idea.
Characters now you have NPC cooperation. It's probably still going to be single player. But it's a decent. It's a game then here's where we're going to differ, is that I'm not happy about the price. I don't think Blood Axe is bothered by it, but I'm not happy about the price. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
What is the price? I didn't even look up the price yet.
Well, here's one of the things that bugs me about the price, and that is that if we go into Steam and pulling it up real quick,
Elex too.
Oops. It shows a $44 price in here, but it's already 10% off. Now, the 10% off is up until the game is released. So they're trying to get people to pre-order it. And I've been burnt so many times with pre-orders, and when I see that early discount to try to get you to pre-order it early, usually that tells me that there's probably some issues with the game, and they want to get as many sales up front as possible.
And see, we don't know about glitches and other issues. Like, you haven't seen the game you know what I'm saying? You haven't got a hold of the game. So that's, like he says, that's fright-inducing it. Because you could get the game and it could be crashing. There could be a lot going on, making pre-orders really risky.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with the $49.99 price tag. I just don't. I think it.
I mean, it's still lower than a lot of games, dude. $59.99 is the standard. They're trying to make $69.99 the standard.
$59.99 is the standard that I'll pay for a AAA large company guarantee.
Well, what I'm saying is they obviously do know that this isn't a AAA game. I mean, it is starting off, you know.
And I'm not saying that I'm not that mad they did that. I'm just saying I'm not going to buy it until it's 40.
My concern, my concern is the fact that they're doing a 10% discount before the game's out.
Yeah, that's a bad.
Because to me that means they're trying to get people to buy it before anybody's played it.
Also, that's terrible. If you want to do a pre-order offer, give me something in game, sucker.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me. I'd rather pay you the extra $5 and start the game with a chainsword. You know what I mean? Like, the chainsword looked pretty cool. I'd rather have a chainsword. Give me a chainsword. We can talk. But honestly, if this was not coming out when it was coming out, I would not be picking on them for the $49.99. Dude, let me say that. It's just, dude, they're popping down in between Tiny Tina and Elden Ring. They are in the middle of some big, hardcore games that are hitting. This ain't the time to try to come out full price. Like, I'm more feeling bad for them, and I'm thinking you guys picked a bad window. Like, this should have came out before Elden Ring, so it could be something people like. Why wasn't this a February release? I might have bought it in February, just to have something to play till Elden Ring came out, and I might have bought it once I burned out of Elden Ring in, like, let's say April. Though I'd be playing Tiny Tina's, but it's still fantasy. So, and there's a very different style of game.
Yeah. What do you think, Blood Axe? Looking at this, you haven't played the original Elex, I don't think. So,
No, I haven't played the original, but the developer THQ Nordic did all 3 of the Darksiders games, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And believe it or not, the actual combat systems were pretty fluid. I didn't have a whole lot of problems with their combat systems compared to other games. I was drinking the Kool-Aid until I saw them having to mine for resources, and then I was like, oh, no, not one of those games. So, interested, yeah. You have a level-up system, clearly we saw in the trailer, and I never played the first one, so I know nothing to base my my ideas on other than just what I've seen. And it looks fun. It looks expansive, actually. And I would be interested in it, but when you have to start mining for resources and minerals, dude, I do enough of that and grounded already. I don't want to have to mine resources in another game. So I'll probably wait to see if it comes on Game Pass at some point, or if it gets like a half-off situation, then I'll probably give it a go. But it's not something I'm willing to pre-order.
Also, when it comes to fluid combat, the first game was not bad, but I mean, it's not Darksiders at all. Nowhere near on the level of Darksiders.
I mean, it's definitely more a full-fledged RPG. I mean, you have stats, you have gear, you have it's action RPG, but it definitely leans heavier on RPG than like Darksiders are your latest Dark Souls game. You know, this is probably a little more RPG than that.
Yeah, its combat's not going to compare to Elden Ring, probably. Elden Ring's combat's very detailed.
But you guys have got Elden Ring, and
I have Elden Ring.
Our Q has Elden Ring. I will probably pick up. I'm thinking I might actually pick up Elex just to give us somebody who's playing it on the team. So
Took one for the team.
I'll let you guys know once I get it and sort of give some feedback.
Wait, so if you're not getting Elden Ring, then that means I can make the wizard. I was waiting because I thought you were going to do the wizard first. I was going to do the faith build and let you do the wizard.
I'm probably going to hold off on Elden Ring and just wait until it comes down.
The magic looks really good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking at. I've been jealously looking at the wizard.
Let me know.
I've been looking at it, going like, it's so
Yeah,
hard being faith.
We're definitely done with Dying Light 2 until we get either some DLC or something that would bring us back to it. I'm playing Nobody Saves the World now, which is actually an interestingly fun game. It's not very complicated.
Oh, that's cool.
It is really cool, especially when you have an egg or a frog or some kind of weird undead mermaid, which is, as I'll understand that one. So yeah, I mean, if it didn't have the mining aspects of it and it was a little sleeker, I would actually consider getting it myself until Wonderland comes out at March 25th, I think it is. So, we're 4 weeks away, but it's not something that really just catches my attention. I'd rather play some other games. Hell, I've been farming Grounded like nobody's business lately. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Mark, if you give it a run and stream it, let me know. I'll load it up onto YouTube so we can.
I mean, it's on my wish list. It is my game I'll play when I burn through what I got. Yeah. Because the cool thing about a Steam game, it'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll go get it then. But my problem is that with me having Elden Ring and Anthem being out on Xbox, I can get the Elex fix with the games I own right now.
Yeah.
But you're not doing the Anthem and you're not doing Elden Ring, so there you go.
Yeah.
You can run with the hybrid.
All right.
It's really dark.
Well, we've run over quite a bit, so let's wrap this up.
There's so much blood. It's got a lot of blood. I'm feeling a little sick.
Oh,
it's
all right. About it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com to find links everywhere we are online: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Go to YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe there so you can see our latest videos as they get posted. Also, we do live game streams throughout the week, and every Sunday at 3:30 Central Time, we do this live show. Now, next week, gonna go ahead and give you a heads up. We may or may not be able to have a live show next week. We will be down at CoastCon. I'll probably try to do something live, maybe from my phone on the floor. But we'll see what happens. If you can make it, come down to the Gulf Coast and hang out with us at CoastCon. We'd love to see you. And all right, and as every week,
we hope you enjoy.
Just a player, just a player, just a player playing the damn game.
That's what you can do when you have a reputation, but nobody trusts Disney. Did Disney tell you something, you're going to immediately go, let me go check that. Or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say them in particular. Large corporations that have not fostered a trustworthy reputation, you don't immediately believe what they say. They don't have your trust. You doubt them, you double check them. When a movie comes out from these big companies, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you were going to be quick. Remember, I just wanted to remind you.
Yeah, I'm done.